fish chimes. So as we gather, let's bring ourselves into a calm state. Welcome to Qigong for Health and Wellness. Today is day 3 of 14 for stress relief. So the first thing to do is breathe. So breathe and close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. That helps bring your focus internally. And we are going to, sorry for the clang, they put it down. So we are going to do a minute for peace. So standing, sitting, or lying down. Bring your hands together. I'm kind of in a, let's see. Might be a little better to see me there. Okay. Hands in prayer position. Feel the connection of the earth. Grasp the floor with your toes. Feel chi, peaceful chi, coming up through the bottom of your feet. Chi is energy with intelligence. That's our life force coming up from the earth, because we are made from the earth. Our bodies are made from the earth. So Mother Nature is always taking care of us and supporting us. Feel that peace slowly winding through you, softening, relaxing, aligning. Breathe however it's comfortable for you right now. Feel that go all the way through your head and out and out and out and out to the ends of the universe. When you're in a loop, universe to the earth, through you to the universe, and on and on and on. And you're just filling up with peace. If you're feeling anxious, like what's next, I invite you to soften and just enjoy these moments of peace, allowing yourself to feel peacefulness through all your cells, tissues, organs, through your mind. And then slowly we'll start bouncing from our knees as we release our hands. Our shoulders just come and soften down. And then, as if there's a little breeze, just lift your elbows out just a teeny bit. And the breeze goes through your fingers, separating them. Smile, smile, smile. SMILE stands for Start My Internal Love Engine. Hi, Susan. Hi, Pam. Hi, Lily. Hello to everyone. So for these 14 days, we are going through all the 5 movements from Master Chen Yilin's 5-element practice, which he created. And he, let's take our hands over our heads and bounce, and let your hands just flap. And he studied Qigong from many different Qigong masters in China. And then when he actually did this, he had a cave, when he was in a cave by himself for like, I think the longest he said was 27 days, something like that. And he got his mission of a healer in every home and a world without pain or suffering. Hi, Faye. So that's that's huge, right? And we have the honor to be here doing his practice and benefiting from his wisdom, what he's learned, so that we can heal faster and more completely. Let's take our hands down to our sides. We'll go side to side. And when I started Spring Forest Qigong a little over 6 years ago now, I came for the intention of releasing stress. I was totally stressed out. We had loads of losses before COVID, and then it was COVID, and I was feeling all alone, but I still had all this responsibility, at least family, my immediate family at home, and then, you know, my daughter and soon-to-be son-in-law way out in Florida, which I couldn't get to, and I just didn't think I had it. I didn't feel I had any support. So I went, let's slow that down, and we're going to go right to tapping and cupping today. Tap the cheekbones, beginning of the eyebrows, cup the top of the head, bend over a little bit, cup the base of the head, come down to the C7 and massage it. Clap your hands. Now remember, we're doing these things firmly. Cup the inside of the left elbow. And then the right side. So right in the crease, right there. You want cupping, yeah, because you're getting the vibration deep in. We're waking up our chi. We're getting it flowing. Underarm, left side, and the right side. Window of the lungs. So right here, I've got my collarbone. I can feel that. And I just want to be right in that little pocket. And you in my experience, I have like a little hollow sound. And then the right side. And then we'll say hello to our kidneys. Cup them. Bend over a little bit like this. And if you can't reach them, just say, I'm cupping my kidneys, okay? And then rub with the back of your hands. Give it a nice massage. It feels good. You can go circles one way, circles the other way, or up and down, whatever feels good. Turn your hands over, and you can do that again. Waking up the kidney system, giving ourselves, and this one too, this is tapping the tailbone. And you can go up and down a little bit. You don't want to be directly on a bone, so if you're hitting a bone, move over a little bit. Bring your thumbs in, tap your hips. Now come back here. Now come down to the knees. Cup the tops of the knees. Reach around to the back. Cup both sides left and right. And today let's do heel drops. So you come up on the toes and down on the heels, and we're not jamming, but we want to do have a little bit of reverberation, just you know, to help with bone density. So it depends on you and your back and what your chiropractor says. And because you can do it just kind of a gliding thing too, and you're still going to get benefits. All right. So that was the active exercises. And yeah, so I started Spring Forest Qigong because I couldn't get out of fight or flight mode. Hi, Yepeng. How are you? Hi, Faye, if I didn't say hi yet. And within 20 minutes of doing Master Lin's practice, I snapped out of fight or flight mode. Such a relief. And then, of course, probably within an hour or something, I was back in it. But then at least I knew that the next day I was going to learn something, and the next day, and each day. Hi, Dorothy. And then I started to learn how to manage my stresses by doing Qigong. So if I started to get stressed out, bounce, right? Or doing, we learned already, moving of yin and yang, which is very calming. I hope you were with us on Monday. And then yesterday, breathing in the universe, which is just very expanding feeling. And today we're going to do connecting heaven and earth. And so just like we did peace at the beginning, we're going to be cultivating peace. All right, awesome. So very good. Let's get in our beginning of the universe position. And now we haven't got the canoe outside yet. It was perfectly fine out while we were working, and then once we got done, then it rained. That's the way it goes sometimes. All right, so your feet are shoulder hip distance apart. You bend your knees. You let those shoulders drop. The little wind brings up the elbows. Stretch your fingers and toes on purpose. Get a good stretch, and then release almost all the way, keeping some attention to those tips of the toes and tips of the fingers. Tuck your chin in a little bit. Let's breathe in and out through the nose. Put a smile on your face. Smile stands for start my internal love engine. And the tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. Tuck your chin in if I didn't say so already. And just see if you can feel yourself where your body says, ah, and it could just stay there. And if you're not there yet, then just have the intention that you're there. And that's going to send your chi, your life force, to help you to do it. Very good. And now close your eyes if they're not closed already. Bring your mind into a hammock or wherever they would like to swing, and just watch what's going on internally. Focus on the lower dantian. That's 2 or 3 inches behind the navel. And see if you can feel some warmth or some indication that your vitality is saying hello to you. And you can move up to the middle dantian and see that. Then the lower dantian is going to be a gentle light, kind of misty. Middle dantian nice and bright. And you might feel it just growing and growing, and just you're starting to get engulfed in this bright light. And you soften, and you almost drift off as you go between being and not being. Light and form. And then that's when we say the password Master Lin gave us that helps us connect our chi field, ourselves, our energy, to the energy of unconditional love of the universe. I am in the universe. The universe is in my body. The universe and I combine together. And then we put our communal intention of releasing stress over these, of learning how, so that not just like 14 days we're going to feel a little less stress and then it's right back up. No, we're going to learn how to help ourselves, what it feels like to let go of stress, so we know where we're going when we say, well, we're relaxing. And then we connect to what's most divine for each of us individually. And we pour in our intentions for our day, for our home, for our family and community, for all the water, the air, the animals, the world, whatever you'd like, the universe. And see if you can feel with your eyes closed here. And we're just standing here talking a little bit. Can you feel every part of your body is with you right now? Are you getting some messages? Like maybe I've got kind of a ping pong effect going from my left elbow to my right elbow. And let's take a little more time with this today, and we'll feel the left part of our body and see if you can feel the energy there. All the way down the left side in your head, neck, torso, arm, legs. And then shift your attention, so your mind's doing this good work of focus on the right side. And notice head, neck, shoulders, torso, arm, leg. And then kind of spread or bring your focus back to see both sides and notice if they're the same. For me, I feel something more happening and like a blockage kind of feeling, because it's like an owl, just very dull owl, on my right side. So then what you do is you just invite balance, from left to right. And you can do that for the bottom of your body, the top of your body, the front, the back, inside out. We're going to continue our practice now. So just 1 second, I want to just check our time. Thank you. All right, excellent. So now we are in, and if you don't feel like you are yet, you just say, I am in Shen. I am in the between being and not being. I am in where Master Lin likes to call it the factory, where we've put our order in, and now we can re-download what we need to heal. And in our overall case, we're talking about releasing tension and stress. All right, so now this is the third movement. Now, if you already know what it is, go ahead and get started. We're doing the third movement for Master Lin's 5-element practice called Connecting Heaven and Earth, otherwise focus with me. So your feet still, shoulder or hip distance apart, knees still gently bent, spine still nice and straight, and you can play with your tailbone a little bit and see maybe there's an area, a place where you just kind of release that lower back. See how that feels. Tucking your chin in, smile on your face. Tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. The eyes are closed, but right now they're open because you have to watch me. And then we're going to take our hands up over. I think I'll come back even a little further. See if you can get all of me in. And I will try to project my voice. I get quiet when I practice. So, all right, we'll project. And we'll take our hands out from both sides and slowly bring them up over our heads, okay? And then your hands are just over your heads. Your knees are still bent a little bit, feet shoulder, hip distance apart. Everything else is the same, but I want you to look at your shoulders, and if they're holding your arms up like this, so if you might have to open your eyes to see that, then you want to release them. So soften the shoulders, but the arms are up. And you can be here, you can have one up, one down. It's whatever works for you. But pretend that you're holding a giant beach ball. And then our eyes are closed now. You can close them. And then you breathe in. And as you take a breath in, now we're breathing in and out through our nose during these healing movements, if you can. And as you breathe in, you slowly lower down at the knees. Now, whether you can go all the way down to the floor or just a half an inch, it's all good. And then you breathe out and you slowly straighten back up. And that's the whole movement. Breathe in, lower at the knees, breathe out, straighten back up. Now, if this is hard, too hard for you to do standing, you can do it sitting or lying down, which is mostly with your imagination, and that's okay. So anything you can't do physically, use your visualization and try to feel that movement happening. This is for the stomach system, stomach, spleen, pancreas. It helps with anxiety and overthinking, bringing in calm, bringing in peace. You can use the color yellow. Breathe in yellow through every pore of your skin, through the bottom of your feet, the top of your head, through your spine, and let it go in between and into every cell, every tissue, every organ, until you're full of golden yellow light. Your eyes are closed. Some of you can see that color yellow on what Master Lin calls the brain screen. So if you can see it within. And yellow might bring up pictures of flowers or lemons and the smell of a lemon. And you might actually get a whiff of that. When we bring in peace, when we bring peace in and let it go into every part of our physical body and into our thoughts and emotions, our chi field, that's as far as our chi reaches. And that usually, you can think about it as how far your arms go out. But then when we practice, it gets wider and wider. We could talk about that one day too. That would be good. And you see yourself filled with peace, which helps to let go of those aches and pains and disease and fears, your anxiety, your overthinking. And having your eyes closed helps so much. Now, when you've been doing this for a while, being in this column of peace going up and down, it is not difficult to hold your arms up. However, when you first start, you're just thinking, oh my God, my arms are over my head. So anytime you need to, you can bring them down lower. You can take them down for a few breaths and then bring them back up. Some people like to actually move them down and up as you go up and down. So you could try that too. So do your best to focus on the peace, because you've already told your body how this works. This is the best. And then you focus on the peace and feeling the peace. And then as you practice more often, and this is going to be a long one, we don't usually focus on this one that much. If you're doing all 5, you might do 3 to 5 minutes for each one. So focus on the peace, good, better, best. And if you have to have your arms down, you just imagine they're up. Imagine they're up. I imagine I'm bending a lot further than I do. and that my arms are even straighter. This may be your favorite one for stress relief because we're bringing in peace. Can you feel yourself actually bringing in peace with your breath? Going into all the muscles in your neck and shoulders and throughout your body, softening. And if your breathing gets off, and you're not breathing as you go down and breathing out as you come up, then no worries, just start again on the next breath. All right. This is all you now. I'll let you know when we're finishing. Won't just come up. Oh, we're pretty much finished. It's 8. Okay, sorry. All right, ready? When you're ready, come back to top. Then we'll take our hands down both sides. Take a couple breaths in and out. Great job today. Gather. Feel like your chi's going out for a half a mile. And you're gathering all that peaceful energy that you just cultivated into a ball and all your experiences, because that's how we learn. Experiences and our chi into a ball of light, into the lower dantian, and we spin it really fast. And we let it spin and spin. It gets faster and smaller and faster and smaller. It goes, it even gets brighter too as it goes faster and smaller, brighter, brighter, brighter. Finally, it's going to turn into a tiny little energy pill you tuck deep behind the navel. That's the lower dantian again. So we'll rub our hands together. Are you a little worn out from this one? And 2 fingers slide up the sides of the nose, the forehead, around the face, and down the chin. And then we'll rub our ears, giving ourselves a massage all the way around our entire body. So do that 3 times or so. And pull your earlobes at the end. Awesome. Thanks for being with me today for our 3rd day for bringing in stress relief. And we're going to take our hands up over our heads. One more time. Allow 10,000 more hands to join. Like we are a beautiful flower, a lotus flower. Bring your hands together. Gather all the gifts of the universe that just got poured into all those 10,002 hands. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you. I send you many, many blessings and look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Bye.